So it's been a little while since I've shown you some more affordable options on this channel, which I know people need to see, and that's what we're gonna be doing here today. We've got a brand new community called Meadow Vista out here in Anna, Texas, just about 45 minutes north of Dallas, Texas. We're connected to Melissa, Van Alstyne, and right down the street from McKinney. But we've got 4 model homes out here, 3 different builders. We're gonna be showing you not 1, not 2, but 3 different homes out here in this community today by 3 totally different builders, starting in the mid 300,000s as far as the price point goes. So absolutely incredible. These are all totally different options, totally different homes. And this is the last one we're gonna be showing you because it is not the biggest, but it's definitely my favorite out here. And these actually start at the lowest price in this community. So Anna, Texas, this is Meadow View or Meadow Vista. We've got a master planned community out here with a beautiful resort style pool, playgrounds, walking trails, and the pool is actually already in. So if you know anything about master plan communities, most of the time they don't put those in until years after all these homes are built, and that's been an issue, but not out here. They've already got it. And you're right down the street from a brand new elementary school. So great location. Everything is right down the street on White Street. That's where you're gonna have all your shopping, dining. We've got Walmart, Brookshire's, all your main essentials. Now, Anna's never gonna be like a Frisco, Texas, super fancy, tons of stuff going on, but it's a great community if you're here to raise a family, you're looking for more affordable options and still be able to get to everything you want to get to. So you can still get quick access to McKinney. Downtown McKinney is about 15-20 minutes away, one of my favorite downtowns. If you want to go north, we've got Van Alstyne, Texas with another amazing downtown. And if you like Frisco, that's about 25-30 minutes from this location. So not a ton of new construction as far as brand new communities going. This might probably be the first video out here with these homes in it. So I hope you enjoyed today's tour. We're gonna start off with the largest home right here behind us by Bloomfield Homes. This place is about 3,500 square feet, and I think you're really gonna like it. So let's go ahead and check it out. So the first and largest home on our list by Bloomfield Homes, this is gonna be their Seabury floor plan. This is 3,500 square feet, 4 bed, 4 bath, game room, media study, and an office. And one thing you'll notice is right here at the front, we've got not just a small dining space, we have a massive formal dining room. It is huge. So if you are a family who loves the dining room area, and there's not many out there, great setup for you. If you wanted to close this in, make it an additional bedroom, game room, whatever, that's also an option for you. So sales rep's not here right now, but we're gonna open this up, and here's your beautiful office space. Nice and wide open. You've got the storage closet over there, and you've got access to your laundry room space. This is where you come in from your garage that we saw outside. This is where it really opens up. So we've just come through the entryway. We've got the 20-foot ceilings that everybody loves. Tons of natural light. Huge windows everywhere. All the way to the top. We've got the tile that carries to the roof, the ceiling, and you can see down to the 2nd floor. So a really cool setup. I know a lot of people will like. And then here's your kitchen space. Now we've got sales stuff everywhere, and I usually move this stuff, but there's so much of it that I just left it. So nice light and bright kitchen area, tons of cabinet space, counter space. Love the tile back there. You got your Vent-A-Hood, your gas stove. Only one oven, but like I say in all my videos, you can add a second one, and they put the cabinets above the fridge, which is a huge plus nowadays. Sounds crazy, but a lot of people aren't doing that anymore. And then a huge pantry space. So really good sized pantry. You've got a little coffee bar area right here, which I really like. So additional counter space, storage, and that leads into your dining space we saw just a little bit ago. And then this will be your informal dining space, which is where you're gonna spend most of your time. And it's a huge space as well. You could literally fit a big table either direction that you wanted. And you'll notice Bloomfield does these signature bump out windows with a little seating area. So you could even push the table all the way up to the side, save a bunch of room in here if you wanted to. or just put a much larger table. So that's why me personally, I would close in that front room, make an additional office space, because you really don't need two massive dining areas in my opinion. We're gonna go outside. Nice size patio, not huge. I've seen bigger for sure, but this is a place that you could extend out. You've got a perfect spot right up here for drop down shades. Huge backyard. This does go over to the smaller model, so you would have a fence line right in between this area right here. But as you can see, it is still a massive backyard. Get a nice view of the back. I would love this if it was extended, but that's something that you could do down in the future. This is a really bright home for a Bloomfield home. A lot of times they're a little bit darker, but they've done a really good job with all the big windows and the layout and the color scheme. So this is where we came from earlier. So that is your entry into the home. This would be your laundry room area. I'm sure you could put some cabinets up here if you'd like to. And then you got your selection studio. So tons of options right here in-house. Don't have to go anywhere. Really easy setup, just kind of give you an idea of all the options you have if you decide to build. So that would be your bedroom, of course. And then your first full bath right there. There's storage throughout this house everywhere. Big storage area under the staircase. And in the back corner of the house, we're gonna have our master suite. So we got a nice recessed ceiling, all our can lighting. Love that they put a fan in here. The fancy lights are cool, but this is Texas. We're in October right now, and I believe it's like 93 degrees today, but we've had a super mild summer. And then you've got your bump out seat, big windows right there. And then a huge master bath right here. You've got a frameless glass shower, which I really like that they added with a tub. You've got tons of counter space in here, big mirrors, and then a pretty good sized closet right here. And you've seen most of the downstairs. Let's head on upstairs and see what we got. All right, now we're here on the second floor. We've got a huge wide open flex room / game room right here. Tons of space to do whatever you want with. You could see into the main living area of the home. Got some people checking out the houses right now. And then right off of the game room, you're gonna have your really good sized media room. Love the can lighting. Of course, you could put a projector and everything in here if you wanted to. They'll have it pre-wired for you. That's something that all comes with just about every home. And this is gonna be your first full bathroom space right here. And then first full bedroom. We got the solar system vibes going in here. Pretty good size little walk-in closet. Nice size window. Really good and spacious room. They've even put fans in here, which is a huge plus. Because if they don't have it in there, you're definitely gonna need to put it in there. This is like a little bridge area you can see into the main living space of the home. We've got storage throughout this entire area. Little attic access down there. Another full bathroom. Loving the tile selection over there. And then your last bedroom with a really good sized walk-in closet. You can even see you got your two little windows down here, which I think is really cool. So let's get into what you really want to know about. And if you want to build out here with Bloomfield Homes, these are going to be starting in the upper $300,000 price range. For this particular plan on the 65-foot lot, 3,500 square foot Seabury 2, you're going to be looking in around the 530s range as of the making of this video. And they've got homes sitting around 4,300 square feet at the upper $500,000 price range. So incredible deals. And this is one of the more expensive builders out here. We've got two other amazing builders we're going to be checking out. So let's go ahead and do that. So now we've seen the first and the largest model out here in this neighborhood. Of course, they're gonna go bigger, up to about 4,300 square feet. But we got tons of options out here. But just to give you a little more information about this particular area, White Street's gonna have everything as far as shopping and dining goes, and they continue to build everything. Just about every day there's something new popping up on that street. But you're also down the street from Melissa, which is gonna have the H-E-B and the Buc-ee's. So if you don't know anything about H-E-B, you're not from here, that's like the all-star of grocery stores. And Buc-ee's is like the all-star of best road trip stops ever. You just have to go if you've never been. So really cool. And you're right down the street from Slater Park, a massive park out here in Anna with a skate park. Tony Hawk was out there hanging out just the other day, and they have one of the biggest splash pads ever. So one of my favorite parks to take my kids to. And speaking of that, in the next phases in this area where we're supposed to get some more parks as well as splash pads in this neighborhood. So the next house we're going to show you is right here behind us by Stone Hollow Homes. This home is going to be the smallest on our list to see today, but Stone Hollow is a smaller builder as well, but they do a really, really nice quality job, and I've had great luck with them over the years with my clients, so I think you're really going to like it. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now let's step into Stone Hollow Homes, which is one of the smaller builders out here in Texas in this area, but they build a quality product just like the name sounds, built in stone. But this one was actually locked up. I got the code for it, so I can't get into the office space, but you have a huge office space. This is the Curlin floor plan, 1866 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath with a game room and an office space. You notice we actually have real hardwood floors in here, which you just don't really see anymore. So nice, definitely a nice touch. They just do a really good job. They also build these homes on acreage, and they build some massive homes out here in the DFW area, especially on the north side. So we've got quartz countertops, nice little farmhouse sink. Definitely has a farmhouse feel in here. Another really nice gas stove. Notice they've carried this all the way to the top, which I really like. And then your typical corner pantry right here you see in a lot of homes. But this is a nice and bright, wide open floor plan. So even though it's only 1866 square feet, it definitely feels bigger. You've got a nice little dining room set right here, right off of the main kitchen space. So great little house for entertaining. Wide open living room space. Really nice stone fireplace. And they actually do real wood burning fireplaces in a lot of their neighborhoods out here. You'll see they've actually got that additional built-in right there as well. And they do some sliding barn doors, which is a really nice little touch. This is your laundry space just off of the kitchen area. Little coat closet. And this is going to be your first bedroom. Some nice elevated ceilings in here. Not a huge bedroom, but great little bedroom for if you have little kids. I like how they put 2 racks in there instead of 1. And they've got some really nice carpet in here as well. So you're gonna have your first full bath right here. Really nice tile work. You'll see the tile in here is really nice. Carried that all the way to the top, which I love. Most builders do not do that, especially in these prices. And this is considered a game room flex room. So this is gonna be basically your design center. So you can come in here and pick all the different tile selections, carpet selections. You even got your wood paneling that's coming back right now. Looks really nice. You've got your hand-scraped hardwood floors and your different finishes that you can choose. All the cabinet selections, brick selections, all in one space, which is really nice because most places you got to drive to a different city just to go to the selection studio or design studio. So another nice bedroom, nice tall ceilings, big wide open window, little bump out area. And then kind of a funky closet right there. We're gonna head back into the main living area of the home. It's really homey feel in here, I guess, what I wanna say. Tons of windows, tons of natural light. You've got a really nice sized patio out here. I know a lot of you, that's your number one request is, we can't have a little tiny patio. Well, this one definitely fits the bill. Really good sized backyard. These do feel a whole lot deeper than your typical 50-foot lot would be. But there's a lot you can do with this space. You can definitely hang a TV, do a little outdoor kitchen if you'd like to later on. Got all kinds of hookups, plug-ins. Towards the back corner of the house, it's gonna be your master retreat. So we've got 4 windows in this bedroom, nice tall elevated ceilings, really nice sized closet. It's a little different setup because it's actually in the bedroom itself. Love how they carried the hardwood floors in there. Usually they make it carpet. We got the double sliding doors right here. And then an awesome, luxurious bathroom. Look at that shower. That is super nice. So if you're a shower person, I don't think there's going to be any complaints about this one. Nice and echoey in here. Got the double vanity. And everybody's favorite spot right there. So awesome layout for the size. Let's go look at some of these pricing details and see what we're working with here with Stone Hollow Homes. They are a little more expensive than some of the other builders out here. So these are the floor plans. The Curlin right here is your model home at $453,990. And then of course they go to larger floor plans, almost 3,500 square feet for $539,990. So lots of options to choose from. This is going to be a really nice builder. I've always had good luck with them. Like I said, I've built with a lot of clients on their acreage communities out in Van Alstyne, Lavon. My most popular video of all time was a Stone Hollow home on an acre with just about 100,000 views. So helped a ton of people out that way as well. But now that you've seen the Stone Hollow home, let's go see our last home. Now we're gonna head on to our last home of the day by Coventry Homes. Now to give you a little more information about this neighborhood, you're gonna have a tax rate of around $960. That's gonna take care of all the amenities out here as well as the common area spaces. That's a little higher than some of the other areas for what you get, but it's not gonna break the bank for most people, and these price points are insane. So Coventry is gonna be the most affordable builder out here, and they do an amazing job. They build high-end luxury homes in some of the largest neighborhoods like Windsong Ranch, but they also build affordable options without losing that same quality that you know and love. So this one's gonna be around the mid-2000s range, 4-bed, 3-bath. It's got a lot to offer, and it's my favorite house in this particular neighborhood. So let's go ahead and check it out. Now let's take a step into the Somerset floor plan. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath with a study just under the 2,400 square foot mark. You've got a huge, long, wide open entryway that a lot of people are gonna like. This is a good size 1-story floor plan. We're gonna have our first bedroom right here in the front of the house. Really nicely done. You got an additional window over on the right side. Really nice and bright in here. Pretty good sized closet. This does have the nice luxury carpet, not your typical shag carpet you're gonna see in a lot of houses. And this is gonna be a shared bathroom right here at the front of the house. Really nice layout. You can see they've carried the floor to ceiling tile over there, which is really nicely done with the additional modern window over there. And then right across from that, you're gonna have another bedroom, maybe slightly smaller than the other bedroom, a little bit less light in here. And then you're gonna have the same closet we saw right across the way there. So you've got, these look like oak floors, but I'm assuming they're gonna be luxury vinyl or laminate. Of course, this would be your garage space right here, but this is where we will be meeting you. Hopefully setting up appointment to get your next home. So you walk into the house, this is gonna be like a little mud bench area. Of course, I would have liked to see an actual mud bench there, but we are at a very affordable price point compared to a lot of places, but that's just something that you can add on later. So here's going to be the second bathroom. Got a full bathroom right off of another bedroom. They turned into a really nice little nursery area. Solid setup, and then your laundry space right here. Of course, if you're building, you can do additional cabinetry and other things in your little small storage closet right there. But not a huge laundry room, but gets the job done. But still continuing down this long hallway, we've got your office space, which is actually a really nice size office space. Really nice elevated ceilings, looks to be 10, 11 foot tall. Notice you'll have that modern fan right there. Most places don't do that. You'll notice they just put lights, even in the really, really expensive homes. Little coat closet. And now we're finally into the main living space, which is really, really nice. Looks like we got 12-foot ceilings in here, which is great in this price point. So really nicely done. We've got nice neutral tones in here. You're gonna have lots to choose from. Lots of counter space. We do have gas appliances in here, which is a huge plus. And an actual working vent-a-hood. You always want to check to make sure it goes outside. Sometimes they do not. And if you are somebody like me who loves to cook, that can definitely be a problem. You smoke out the house pretty quickly. But not your typical farmhouse sink. You got a nice modern looking sink, all one piece, which I think looks way better. Got the black sink, knobs, everything. A little more modern feel. And then it's a law now in Texas that you actually can't have the electrical outlets on the side here. That actually changed not too long ago. Underlighting, the one thing I don't like, I'll say, is tons of these builders are not giving you a cabinet above the fridge anymore, which I'm not a fan of, but you could definitely add that later. But just wanted to point that out. Pretty decent size little corner pantry. You've got one oven over there. Of course, you could do a double oven if you'd like. Really nice lighting in here. Not your typical lighting package. And then this is kind of really cool house for entertaining because it's all kind of in one space with these 12-foot ceilings. Got your informal dining space. Plenty of room in here. All the modern windows throughout. Looking out into your backyard. And a big wide open living area. So you got your kitchen, dining, and living all in one. You notice we got a nice little modern fireplace where they carry the tile all the way to the top. Lots of natural light in this room. The elevated ceiling definitely helps make this room feel really, really big. You can see all the way to the front of the house. So you don't have your entryway right up on top of the main living space, which I know a lot of people don't like. And over here in the corner, you're gonna have your outdoor patio space, which actually extends out pretty nicely. So you can do a lot with this space. It's not a huge patio, but definitely bigger than most homes we see with the size. If you wanted to extend this out, that's definitely something you can easily do. This is gonna be your 50-foot lot. Plenty of room for a pool or anything you'd like to do later on. And in the back corner of the house, you've got your master suite. Love this additional window they've added right here. 3 other windows, so it's nice, light, bright. Looks like we've carried the 11, 12-foot ceilings in here as well. So it feels like a huge room, even though it probably isn't. Sitting at just under 2,400 square feet. But plenty of room for a king-size bed, tons of furniture. You even got your little seating area right here. And then your master bathroom. So big, wide open master bathroom. You'll see you got tons of vanity space here. Got a little seating area with an additional window. Of course, you're gonna want some shades right here. Probably not the best setup for every home unless you're on a corner lot, but of course you can put your shades there. And then a big master closet. So really nice setup. You know what that room's for. We got to show the linen closets for everybody who asks. And then the only downside is you just got this one big shower. And if you are a tub person, this doesn't have a tub, but I love the tile work they've done in here. Much different than what you usually see. You got the herringbone there, black tile. If you wanted to add a tub, that's probably something that you could do in this space. But a really nice home. Let's go check out and see what we're working with as far as numbers and different floor plans for this particular house. So we're gonna go into the office area here. This is where we'll be meeting you. You can see kind of the plan for the community. Got lots of availability out here. It's a brand new neighborhood. So talking about pricing. So we've got this plan right here. The Somerset is going to be starting at $427. You got 1,600 feet. This starts in the mid 300s and it goes all the way up to about 3,300 square feet for just $464. And they're going to have lots of different spec homes available as well. And I tell people all the time, if you were trying to save money, you want to get in a little bit sooner, you're going to save a fortune right now anywhere, not just here in Dallas on a spec home. I would say a minimum $25,000, $50,000 to get a home that's already completed because they've already put all the work into it. They've spent all the money and they're willing to wheel and deal, especially this time of year when things slow down here towards the holidays. It's the fall season. So if you want a great deal anywhere in Dallas, Texas, I can help you here or anywhere. And like I said, if you're looking for a home and you don't need to wait for a build job, you're not super picky, you got to remember you can change up little things, tile, paint, cabinets, whatever, and it's going to save you a ton of money to do that compared to building a home. Now, that may not always be the case, but that is the case right now. So hope you enjoyed today's video. If you were looking to move to the Anna area or anywhere in the Dallas, Texas area, please don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Hope to see you around town.